Instagram is my
Oh,
responsibility.
yep, your Instagram. I'm everyone
Welcome,
else.
friends.
Everyone else I do, you do Instagram. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nursing School Show.
Ask me anything.
Ask me anything.
Ask him about
things. Ask me about things. All the things.
Not nursing school.
Yes. This is called the Nursing School Show, though, because we mainly answer nursing school related questions to help you get through nursing school.
If you have other questions, just ask him. It's fine.
That being said, oh, by the way, there was someone that asked me many months ago when AMA first started, when the PS5 would come out.
Just thinking about
Guess what, guys? It's out. I'm not sure if you can get it anywhere. It's probably sold out everywhere, but it's out. For you that asked me months ago when it comes out, now it's out. Time. So there you go. May I have a tissue, please?
That is so funny.
We'll get going.
Let's get going.
Do you
have a sneeze? I had a sneeze last Monday.
Excuse me.
And I had a question that does saying strawberry help you not sneeze? I've heard this before. Don't think I'm crazy. I have heard it before. I don't quite.
So when we say this is an ask us anything, we're also going to ask you guys questions. So go ahead, answer in the comments. Does saying strawberry while you're about to sneeze help you from not sneezing? Let us know in the comments below. Also, go ahead and pop down your nursing school related questions in the comments below. We will try and answer them to help you get through nursing school. I know that a lot of people are starting up. Have started up.
Welcome, friends.
Will start up. Getting ready. All those things. Let us know if you started or when you are starting.
Yep.
Let us know. And what we can do to help you. Let us know. We are starting off, though, with a question that we did get. How do we do it all? And I'm not really sure where this comes from. Christina will take off with that. But in relation to that, there was an organizational question that someone asked that is kind of nursing school related, and we will tie it back to nursing school. But just in general, someone did ask us a little while ago, how do you stay organized with small kids and a husband?
Yeah.
And Christina has both of those. I have small kids and a wife. So there you go. Whatever your situation is, there it is. How do you stay organized with other things going on? I think that kind of dovetails into how do we do it all?
Yes.
So I'm not sure who asked that, why they asked that, etc.
So we have a lot of students that have asked us, seeing Matthew and I here on the AMAs and all the things and like all the YouTube videos we put out and all the stuff, like how do we do it all is a question that we get a lot. And here's a secret, friends. We don't. I think that is, the whole like do it all. We do it all. We choose what we do and what we don't do. Like there are so many things that we wish that we could do that we don't do intentionally. Like we don't do. Would you say?
Yeah, I would say that.
There's a lot that we.
Yeah, there is intentionality. I think is a key term. Key word of the day: intentionality. What we do is really focused.
Yes.
We are intentional about what we do, and we do it to the best of our ability. When you say do it all, we were supposed to be live at 9 Pacific Standard Time for our live.
And we were like,
we went live at 9:03. So do we do it all? No, because obviously we were late already, but we try our best.
Yep.
We are intentional about what we do, and we move forward.
And stay focused. I think that's a big thing. So I just did an Instagram story yesterday so someone had asked this on Instagram too. And I was just talking about like, you have to have a goal. You have to know what you're going toward in order to get there, right? So no, we don't do it all. We have a goal that we want to reach, and everything that we are doing is in order to hit that goal. Does that make sense? So we are very focused. I like how you use that word, intentionality. Focus and intention are two very good words with that, because we don't do it all. We don't, our kids are, you hear this a lot, like your kid outside of what we are in now as a world, but your kids being in like soccer and piano lessons and karate and like all these things, right? And you know, we're all kind of overscheduled, right? We do a lot of stuff, like our days are full with nursing SOS, with kids, with, you know, family, everything that we have going on. But it's very intentional what we say yes to and what we say no to. We say no to a lot of things. We say no to a lot of things. Like if we were able to do it all, I mean, that's just not possible. Just wouldn't be possible. I dream so big, especially like me having all these thoughts and ideas like, oh, I would love to do all of these things. If I had time to do all of those things, like I would get nothing done.
Christine is
ever.
definitely a forward looker, a future thinker, a dreamer.
Yep.
We can say.
I'm a dreamer.
And so that being the case, she comes up with a lot of great ideas and good things and an overflow of
some really
things that we could
ideas.
do. And we just need to be very intentional about what we decide, you know what, this is where we're going to focus our time.
Yep. Absolutely. And like we've said before, thinking of nursing school as a season.
Yes.
And not as like, you know, you have to balance everything and juggle everything all at once, always, you know? So it's like this cultural lie out there that you have to do it all, manage everything. Like as a mom, you have to take care of kids and, you know, clean your house every day and vacuum. Friends, I vacuumed yesterday for the first time in probably a month. That's just how it is.
Can you do it all? Yes, but you can no longer vacuum.
It is, you know, I mean, you just gotta pick and choose your battles, right? Just gotta pick and choose what you do.
I do like that, picking and choosing your battles. Yeah.
Yep. And not, yeah, I mean, just not trying to do it all. Like, my goodness, if you are exhausted and tired, well, leave the dishes for tomorrow. Go take a nap. You know, like, what do you say? Know thyself. I was thinking about this morning. I want to get better at doing like behind the scenes things for you guys to see all the things. Yeah, that I mean, I think it could be helpful to see what we do, but I also want you to see the things that we don't do and how just of a disaster our house is sometimes, with like toys everywhere and laundry piling up and dishes everywhere. You know, you really should see the behind the scenes things too, so that you know that you're normal and we are like not these, you know, whatever. Like, we don't have anything different than you. You know, I still have to vacuum my house once every 3 months.
So yeah,
it never happened.
It is really interesting. So that this question of how do you do it all, and I think the ultimate question is, it seems like you guys do so much. How can I do that as well? Because you guys are in nursing school, like Christina said, you have a lot of other activities, and really, yeah, it's a question on what do we do and how do we do it, but also how can you do what you're doing well and make time for yourself, which is one of the main reasons why we have Nursing SOS. This community is to help you guys study efficiently, organize yourself efficiently, so that you can get other things done as well.
Yep.
So like Christina said, really intentionality, having a goal, moving where you want to move. Also, I think it is also important to know where you're starting from. So when you're looking at a journey, you can look at where you're going, but it's also nice to actually take stock of where you are right now, so that you have a very clear picture of where you're moving to. Yeah. So if you just have a goal, but you don't really have any idea of where you're at, it's not a very clear picture of where you're going. So where are you at currently? Where are you moving towards? So for nursing school, you are in the middle of nursing school, or just starting, or finishing up your prereqs. That's where you are now. So knowing that is good to know. And then where are you going? What's your ultimate goal? And then you can chop that up into little mini goals. So if you're still in pre-nursing, getting past prerequisites, and then entering nursing school, and then nursing school, and then NCLEX exam. So you can break it up into manageable pieces is another thing. So kind of where you are, where are you going, manageable pieces, and then intentionality about all those things that you think you need to do. What do you really need to do versus what are the things that you're just going to put off? Because like we say, life is all about seasons. It's not really about every day being a 50-50 split or a balance that everything needs to balance out. You're in a season. So what season are you in? What are you going to focus more on? So you know what needs to take a back seat. Absolutely.
And not everything, like Matthew said, I mean, just in other words, not everything is a priority. There's only one priority. Priority is not plural. It's not priorities. It's priority, right? Priority should not be plural. Priority. What is your priority? Now, today, this week, this month, this year, in this season, most likely it's nursing school, right? So that is your priority. Yeah, it really is. I really want to, post more of those behind the scenes things to see like how crazy our life is, for sure.
So you were talking a little bit about resting, and you need rest too. I mean, you can't just go 24/7 all the time and expect to get everything done. You're actually
productive.
Yeah, and productive. You're actually more productive if you recognize when you need to rest. Dominique was just saying it happened to me at work. All starts and now resting because it wasn't that worthwhile, especially before clinical next week.
So it's those.
So you understanding what's worthwhile and understanding the give and take and what is the most worthwhile thing to do with your time, because we all have the same amount of time. That's something that we all have the same amount of. So we just need to determine what's the best way of using it.
Absolutely.
So
solid advice, Matthew.
Yeah, I thought so.
Welcome to Wednesday.
I thought so. Yes, welcome to Wednesday, everyone. The middle of the week, hump day, as we can call it.
You vacuum all the time.
Vacuuming can be a relaxing experience for some. I can totally see that.
So no, literally, this was me yesterday vacuuming with one hand, holding the baby back with the other hand.
He loves the vacuum.
He loves the vacuum. Seriously, but I'm not going to run over little baby fingers with the vacuum. So I'm like on the ground, like vacuuming with one hand, trying to hold the baby back with the other. It was pretty cute. This is the life we live, people. Okay. What you got for me?
So I just wanted to finish up with one more practical tip about how do we do it all.
Okay.
And organization. How do we stay organized with everyone? And I think the biggest practical tip for you going to nursing school or just organizing your time in general is a planner.
Yes.
We talk about this a lot on our channel. If you've been with us for a long time, I'm sure you've heard us mention planners. Yep. So if you haven't been with us, by the way, hit subscribe, hit the bell. But anyway, planner and plan out your days, because if you do not know where you are, like I was saying, you do not know where to go. So the first part of that is planning out your day. Hour by hour is what Christina recommends, actually. Yeah. Hour by hour, take all your activities, put them in a bucket, take them out and put them in your planner. And then you'll see how your day stacks up, whether you actually have more time than you thought, or whether, this bucket of stuff is way too big. We need to figure out a way to put something on the back burner, or am I doing too much time on social media or whatever? So you need to figure it out. So the one thing is that you need to take all those things and put them in your planner. Number two, really important thing is that you have to be honest with yourself about how long or how little time things take, because it has to be accurate. It has to be accurate. And then number three, you stick to that planner. You stick with it and you make adjustments. So if you overestimated something, so that you can kind of move things around. If you underestimated, then you move forward. It's always a learning experience. So you move forward. You don't get too overwhelmed with the planner if something doesn't work out, but you keep moving forward and keep using it. So I think the biggest thing is a planner for organization.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also I tell students, if you've never planned your time before, if it's like new to you, using a planner or anything, overestimate your time within limits. So you've done your prereqs for nursing school.
Takes me 3 hours to eat breakfast.
Not that exaggerated for time. But not like 5 minutes either, unless you're like me and you just eat. I eat super fast. I guess that could be the case. So, you know how long it takes because you've done your prereqs and things. You've been in school already up to this, even though it might not have been nursing school, you were still in school. So you know generally how long it takes you to write a paper, how long it takes you to study, all of those things. Like, know thyself, like Matthew says.
I'm a fan of The Matrix.
You know yourself.
If you guys know that quote.
Yeah, you know yourself. So just lean in on that. I think oftentimes we don't really trust ourselves, right? We want other people to have the answers.
Yeah.
And to tell us the answers when you already know the answer. You just have to trust yourself that you know the answer, right? That happens.
Chelsea also mentioned something good. A really clean environment is necessary for mental health. Is counterintuitive. So yeah, we were talking about just activities to do, and some activities could be time waster or a back burner activity for some, but it could be also really necessary for you to do. So that's the know thyself. Going back to that, is you need to determine what's important to you.
Yep.
And figure out where that fits in your day using a planner. Do we sell planners? We do have a nursing school planner.
Yep.
If you want to check it out, it is a PDF download. So you can either use it electronically or find a place to print it. It is ginormous because it's actually broken up in monthly, weekly, daily, and hourly. So you can pick whatever you'd like. So there's a lot in there. If you want to check it out, it's on nursingschoolofsuccess.com/shop. Has all our products there, and it's at the bottom, I think. So if you want to take a look at it, go ahead and do that.
You're going to love it.
All right.
That is so funny. Chelsea, clean environment is necessary for mental health. I agree. However, I have raised my threshold for crumbs on the floor. It's like a few crumbs, like 1 or 2 meals with the baby pudding. Like, I'll pick up the big pieces, but then, like, I'm not going to vacuum every single time our baby drops.
See, I think what we need is, like, those little Roombas, and we have one of them. We just need like 5 of them, and you just keep running them. So you just keep circling around the house. They're just always going.
Or one to just follow the baby. Yeah. Or, we could get a dog.
Yeah.
Maybe not, because then you have the dog everywhere. I'm telling you.
Yep.
That is the season we're in.
All right, let's get to some of these other questions as well. Ashley has a really good one, actually. I'm in a nursing NP grad school program and just found out about your page. Can grad school students benefit from your page, or more geared to undergrad?
That is a great question. We've had NP students around on our YouTube, on our Instagram, on our Facebook, and we've had this question before. Some students have said that it's helpful for them. I don't know, though, because I have not been to a NP program, DNP master's program or anything. So I don't know. You tell me. Is it helpful for you? I would love to know if it's helpful for an NP program. But
do we know if we don't have anything specifically geared to that in the membership community?
No. I mean, I don't know what the program's like.
Yeah.
I really don't even know much of what you learn or how it's structured or anything in an NP program. So other than, deeper dives into everything. Yeah. You're a prescriber, so there's a lot more pharm stuff that you got to know in an NP program. Deeper, patho stuff and med-surg and disease disorder processes and all that stuff. Yeah, I'd love to know. Let me know. See, we told you at the beginning, did we not have a disclaimer that this isn't Ask Me Anything, but then I also ask you questions?
We do have a very interactive AMA, so we ask for feedback, we ask for emojis, etc. We want this to be an engaging experience for you.
The emojis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chelsea had a question for I'm not sure if you had any more detail on what those questions entail. UWorld, Hearst, NCLEX Mastery.
I'm assuming are you studying for the NCLEX? Because those are 3 NCLEX prep programs: UWorld, Hearst, and NCLEX Mastery. I used NCLEX Mastery. The Hearst review is cool too. NCLEX Mastery is like practice problems. The Hearst review is like review. So I would do both of those in tandem. I've never used UWorld, so I can't speak to that one. But Hearst and NCLEX Mastery is pretty cool. That's what I would recommend.
All right. Very good there too.
When do you take your NCLEX, Chelsea?
Ooh.
So exciting.
And then
Love it.
And then backing up, because Erin actually had a question that kind of relates to our first topic is, what would you recommend telling yourself to get into the zone for studying? Getting into the zone. What would you tell yourself?
I think I can.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's great.
Psych yourself up. I don't know. Whatever works for you.
Yeah, I think
that's gonna be a pretty personalized.
Yeah, I think that is a very subjective thing on what gets you motivated. When you talk about motivation, it is very interesting. I don't think it's a necessary requirement to get studying. I think that a lot of people want to get motivated or want to get in the zone before they start studying, and you might not end up studying if you keep doing it that way. Yeah. So I think definitely you should try and psych yourself up for studying, for test taking, etc. But I don't think it's necessarily a prerequisite. So whatever gets you in the zone, that's fine. Whether it is a clean environment, whether it is some background music or silence, it goes back to knowing thyself and knowing what is really what would be helpful for you. So for me, getting in the zone, I don't like a lot of outside noise. I do like it more quiet. I don't even like background music or whatever. As far as what to tell yourself, like self-talk, I need to get this done. So I'm more productive mindset.
I can do it.
This needs to get done, so I need to do it. So, but maybe that works for some, but not for others.
Drink some coffee, go for a walk. I was gonna say run, but I don't really run. Yeah. So
I keep going back to the core thing of that is the self-talk. What do you recommend telling yourself? And it's tough because I'm not very introspective myself. So I find myself thinking, okay, do I tell myself anything to get things done? If I do this, I get to eat a bagel, or if I do this, I get to have a donut. I don't know. Do you do self-talk?
Yes, but it's like, it's not, I guess the thing is, like, I don't really need it. I'm just like, oh yeah, I just need to get this done. Like, I just want to get this done as soon as possible. Like, oftentimes I say that to myself. I just want to get this done, get it over with, kind of thing, and then move on. I just love moving on to other things. I am very much that kind of person that like starts things, but then doesn't really finish them. But I know that I can't move on to something else unless I finish it. So there's that kind of balance.
Lacey, I tell myself that this is necessary to meet my goals. Sacrifice now to reap the rewards later. Yeah, I do tell myself that. That is something I do. Delayed gratification.
Yes. Like this morning, we woke up and you were up at 6 and I was up at like 6:30, and then I just got to it. I asked him, I said, is it okay if I just go and start working? Because I have a lot to do. And, I just wanted to get it done. Like, I wake up in the morning and it's super fun, but I wake up, we have our plan. We know what we're doing. So just get it done. I love being productive. Just like the worst feeling for me is feeling like I'm not doing anything. Movies are hard.
It's really actually
sitting and
actually kind of interesting when we first dated or whatnot, and I mean, want to see a movie or see movies, but you could not stay still.
It's not. I don't know. And do you remember early on when we were dating, or I think we were married, and one of our points of contention as a newly married couple was You guys are going to laugh. The pace at which we walk through grocery stores. Can you imagine that this is like marital issues early on in this good old days, you know? And you're just like laid back in and go with the flowy. And I am very much like, let's, you know, get into the grocery store, do everything we need to do and get out as fast as possible to get home and do other things and do it all again. I'm like,
you can imagine how much she really likes now the whole order everything online and you just go and pick it up. That's like the best.
Solid. So, man, that is the best.
And
I actually really like her. She's just, no, it's so funny because we have really balanced each other out.
We've met each other at the middle.
It is so fun to see, like, if you knew us back then. So funny. I am so much more laid back now because of him. Like, it's beautiful. It's you're the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Because I was a little crazy. I needed to tone it down.
She needed the
What is that? What is that from? Is that from anything? Like,
is that friend? Is that?
It sounds like a it looks like a Friends thing, but I forget. It's like Christina. Okay. That is so funny. That's me. There you go. All right, what's next?
All right.
This is just gonna be
let me see. Dawn asked,
I tell you.
Can you provide advice on how to help students who are not CNAs transitioning to become an RN? Students are struggling with test taking and studying. Please help. So that's an interesting question, from a follow-up question from me, because she went through nursing and all of that, and you were a CNA that transitioned.
A CNA that transitioned. Yeah, I don't know. It just sounds funny. Sorry. I already had my coffee this morning. Can you tell?
What's a percentage, I guess, of people that are going to nursing school that go straight into nursing school versus are CNAs that are moving to become RNs?
That's such a great question, actually.
Does anyone know that? Again, interactive experience. I'm asking out there into the world.
I honestly don't know.
And is there a difference?
I think it depends on your program, because there's a lot of nursing programs that don't require a CNA certification, but there's a lot like mine. Mine actually required the CNA certification, so I had to get it before. And so I think it depends on your program. Let us know. Does your program require? Do my little finger thing. Does your program require your CNA certification before you go to school?
Yeah.
Before you go to nursing school? I think it could, it could go both ways. As far as, so here's always my answer to this. Students ask us all the time, I don't have any healthcare experience, or I'm not a CNA, I'm not a tech, I've never been in healthcare before, I don't work in a hospital. How can I possibly succeed in nursing school with no experience? And honestly, what I always say is that it's a benefit to you because you have no experience.
Erin says my school is like 30% CNA, and then Chelsea said most around here do require them.
Yep.
So
my school doesn't require.
My school doesn't require.
Yeah. Yep.
So
so it definitely could go either way. Either your school requires the CNA or they don't. If you here's the issue in nursing school. It's completely different than CNA or LPN or RN program. And when you have healthcare experience, it's very, very easy to bring that experience into your nursing school exam. And then it'll mess you up and throw you off because the exams are not testing you on real world experiences, although they try to, but they're not. They're testing you on textbook examples, like textbook case scenarios. I think it's a huge mindset block that nursing students have. If you don't have healthcare experience, you think that you can't succeed in nursing school. I think it's the reverse. I think if you have healthcare experience, it can actually hurt you more in nursing school because it's very, very hard to turn off your past patient experience. like, oh wait, you get a question on heart failure or something, and you've had 100 patients with heart failure, and well, you did this with that patient, so why wouldn't that be the case here? But then you don't read the full question, and they're asking you something different, or that's not really the textbook thing that you would do, and so they're not testing you on that. You see, it can get really, really jumbled. Whereas if you turn it off, right? Turn off your past experience. Just think like, nope, no past experience. Check it at the door. When you go to take your nursing school exam, check your experience at the door. Leave it there. Walk into your exam. Textbook perfect. Textbook perfect world is what they're going to test you on. I hope that helps.
Yeah, Hannah, regarding CNA, California is competitive. Many school offers bonus points for being a CNA or contact hours. Therefore, it's difficult to gain admission if you're not a CNA.
Yeah, that makes sense. Our nursing school CNA, I believe, I think it was required. Well, actually, no, because that would have been a point system thing, right? Yeah. Because we were on, it's like that. It was a point system. But I'm pretty sure everybody had it. I mean, yeah. Because again, yeah, Hannah, just like you said, it is competitive. Same thing up here. And so I was a CNA first. Yeah, I think I'm going to backtrack on that. I don't know if it was required, actually. It was probably just the points. And then, like you said, Hannah, healthcare experience, too. That was the same for my program. So healthcare experience was another point or two.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So going back to the original question, can you provide advice on how to help students who are not CNAs? I think this is advice for both those who are not CNAs and who are CNAs going into it. Use the experience that you have to your benefit. So whether that is a CNA, and then now you have people are saying basic knowledge, some ideas of some things that you need to do, use that to your benefit. If you're not a CNA, use that to your benefit. Oh, you're coming at this with a new clean slate. You don't have preconceived notions of what the medical field is supposed to be. You can come at it with a textbook lens and be able to answer questions more like a textbook, which is what they're looking for. Students are struggling with test taking and studying. I think test taking, is different for nursing than for anything else. I'm not sure if CNA test taking prepares you for RN test taking. It doesn't sound like it. So I think you're just all in the same boat. So it's a lot about the mindset that, I'm at a disadvantage because of this. You're not. Just use whatever you have to your benefit.
Yep.
I think you're all learning about, someone said that CNA can help with some critical thinking, but that's fine. You're going to learn how to critically think in nursing school anyway.
Like Matthew said, take it or leave it. Take it when you need to take it, leave it when you need to leave it, right? So, yes, if you have a lot of experience as a CNA, you develop kind of those, like that intuition kind of thing on the floor, right? Those critical thinking things. And you can bring that to nursing school and, kind of start out with a kickstart because you know how things run, you're used to working with patients, those kind of things. But then when you go to take your exam, check it at the door. Leave it outside. That's the best advice, I think.
Yep. Take what you need and leave everything else. I like that.
Kind of goes along with our focus topic for today.
Hey, look. We can tie it all together.
We can tie it back around.
Tabitha is just talked about, I'm getting so discouraged about doing my nursing program online. Frowny face. Oh. I'm in my second year and I'm worried that I'm not learning as well as I want to. Chances are, if you're feeling that way, you are not alone. So a lot of people feel that way.
Who's online now?
Again,
hand emoji.
I think it goes a little bit towards our previous discussion. Take the positive, leave negative.
Yeah.
So yes, your nursing program is online. So is a lot of people. Yes, it might be a different way of learning than you're used to, but take what you can. That you're not learning as well as I want to. Just know that you are learning and you're moving forward in your program, and you're in your second year. So things will start clicking. Just make sure to focus on that critical thinking, moving past just memorization, moving into more critical thinking, knowing pathophysiology, and then being able to tie that to all the other 4 or 3 core parts of fundamentals and med surg and all of that. So really, I think that's the best thing to do. And yeah, how many times do you think, oh shoot, I really don't know something, but then when you're thrown in a situation, you're surprised, or you surprise yourself and it's like, hey, I actually kind of do know this. So don't worry,
I do know something.
Just move forward. And it can be a little discouraging doing something that you're not used to, but you're in your 2nd year already, so you're doing great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that's actually it's huge. It's huge, my friend. Nursing school is challenging. It will challenge you. It will push you outside of your comfort zone. It will just force you to change and grow. And that, I think, is the challenging part, is that it's all new. And it's all like you're learning everything so fast. Everything is new. There's a lot of information. It's like not only do you have to learn the content, and there's a lot of content to know, but on top of that, you have to learn how it all runs. How does nursing school run? You have to learn all about all your new instructors, and you have to get to know all the new students in your class. Now with everything being online, you have to figure out Canvas and Dashboard. Is that still around?
I don't know.
That's one, right?
That was one a long time ago. I'm not sure.
No, that's still around. The online clinicals you have to figure out,
how to use Zoom.
There's like all of these hurdles to overcome all at once. And so I don't think it's helpful to tell yourself that nursing school is hard. I think it's more helpful to tell yourself that it can be a challenge that you can overcome. The nursing school is going to be a challenge, but you can overcome that challenge. You can do it.
It's supposed to be challenging.
It's supposed to be challenging.
If you go in and you're like, oh, I already knew all this, that
don't be my nurse, please.
I don't know about that. So you are there to learn. You're there to become the best nurses ever.
Yep.
And it's going to be challenging, but that is so that you do learn the information.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh man. It is going to be a challenge, but you can overcome that challenge. Allow it to push you and make you better. That's really it. I mean, that's really it.
I have a story.
Tell your story.
I have a story.
Is it about me?
No,
okay,
it's
you
about.
Can tell it then.
It is about my college days. I don't think you've heard this story yet.
Story time with Matthew time.
#, story time
with Matthew. Do it.
So, about being challenged.
I want to know.
I had to take a prerequisite course in order to graduate. I don't know why, because I took a course that was more advanced than that one already.
Oh,
but
that's
for some
annoying.
reason, I still had to take this one. So I signed up for it. I went in. The first day is usually kind of syllabus day or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at all the assignments, and it was like, it's a block, so like an hour and a half long class or whatever. At the end of the hour and a half, I'd completed all the assignments for the semester. It was a semester course, right? Wow. At the end of the hour and a half, I've completed all of the assignments for the course. So, yay!
What course was this?
I got an A, and I was not challenged at all. But I also learned 0, and it was a giant waste of time.
Oh man!
Right?
That's
so
cool.
that doesn't make any sense. No, you want to actually take something that's going to challenge you and that you're going to learn something and you can grow.
Yeah.
Because if not, on the one hand, it's like, yay, I don't have any work to do. But that's a really fleeting feeling. And then after that, it's like, well, that's a waste.
That was pointless.
That feeling goes further.
Yeah.
So definitely, if it's challenging, that's good.
Did you have to go to class for
I just
all
had
the other
No, I just
classes?
had to submit
you
assignments.
just submit the assignment. Yeah. So it's not like, oh man.
Yeah, I just gave them.
No, nursing school is not like that.
Yeah.
Thankfully. It should be hard. Not hard. See, I don't want to use the word hard because when we think hard, we think I can't do it. It's too
supposed
hard.
to be something that you learn and that you grow.
So I use the word challenging.
And challenge.
It's supposed to be a growth opportunity for you. Use it as I'm confused, Instagram.
What is
happening?
Going on?
What is happening, Google? Apparently, Google decided to look up Justin Bieber on my phone. And I don't understand why.
Our live video ended.
Live video ended.
Weird.
That is so weird.
Oh, well.
I don't know what's happening.
We can't tell them, but they should join us on YouTube if not.
Okay.
Everyone on YouTube too, but be sure to hit subscribe. Hit the bell.
Hit the bell.
Also, for those just joining, this is the Nursing School Show. We are currently answering nursing school related questions.
I'm going to try to go live again on Facebook.
And Christina's going live again. So, nice little hiccup
Sorry,
there.
Instagram. I don't know what happened. Oh, I said Facebook. I meant Instagram.
Instagram.
Apparently, my Google Assistant decided to look up Justin Bieber.
And then from Justin Bieber, go to pot roast.
It went to pot roast recipes.
Interesting.
To be honest, I don't know. We were just sitting here talking about nursing school things, and my phone decides to freak out and look up, I guess, pot roast recipes. Anyway, what's next?
All right, next up, Kayla. Are there any anatomy and physiology? Is there anything I could brush up on before nursing school?
Anatomy,
I'll just skip all that.
System.
Is there anything I could brush up on before nursing school? And there is only one thing you should focus on before nursing school, and that is dose calc.
Amen to that.
Focus on dose calc.
Dose calc. Which, surprise,
with dose calc.
We have a brand new dose calc course for you to check out.
Oh, yes. Surprise.
What's the link?
It is nursingschoolofsuccess.com/dosage calculations.
Dosage calculations.
If that's too much, you can also just go to nursingschoolofsuccess.com/shop.
Oh, there you go.
I think that's probably the easier way to get to it.
nursingschoolofsuccess.com/shop.
If you want to take a look at it, it is our new dosage calculation course. It will get you ready if you want to brush up on anything before nursing school. That's really the thing to do because you will you'll have to pass your dose calc.
Yep. We got a YouTube question about that too. Math in nursing
any hard math in nursing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dose calc is what it is. And you definitely want to use dimensional analysis.
Yeah. Hard, no. Challenging, yes.
Yes.
And it's not like advanced calculus or anything. As far as the actual mathematical things, it's multiplication and division pretty much.
With a calculator.
With a calculator, just how to set it up. So my definition, no, it's not hard math. It is challenging on figuring out how to set it up, but the actual math is not hard because you have a calculator. It's multiplication and division. And
don't even worry about setting it up. We walk you through that in the course. So check it out. nursingschoolofsuccess.com/dosage calculations or shop. nursingschoolofsuccess.com/shop. No one teaches dose calc as well as we do. That is just, it's so helpful. The step-by-step process that we take you through to learn dose calc is the best by far. So check it out.
Check it out.
You can also look it up on YouTube. We have some dose calc videos up on YouTube that could be helpful. Go to YouTube, type in Nursing SOS Dose Calc, and those should pop for you.
Yep, those should pop up. Yeah, feeding tube calculations, if you want to take a look at that.
Yep.
That was just posted as well.
There you go.
So that was just, there's a lot in the dose calc course. So.
Shakira, what's the best way to study the sensory system? So anything with anatomy, physiology, med-surg, anything in nursing school, fundamentals, all this stuff. Focus on 4 main categories: pathophysiology, science and symptoms, nursing assessment, and nursing interventions. That's what we focus on.
All right. So taking a tea. Is that a thing? Taking a tea. All right. So this is for everyone that's asked. I have a couple. One, how do I prepare for endocrine, GI, mental health, fundamentals, med-surg, all of those things. Sensory system is what Shakira just said. All those topics. This is for you.
Yep, absolutely.
So there are
4 main categories.
Okay.
Pathophysiology, signs and symptoms, nursing assessment, and nursing interventions. Those are the 4 main things you're going to focus on in nursing school, just pretty much across the board for just about everything you're going to study. 4 main categories: patho, signs and symptoms, nursing assessment, and nursing interventions. Friends, I'm telling you right now, it really is that easy. Know the patho of what you're studying. Learn the signs and symptoms as they relate to the pathophysiology, the nursing assessment, and the nursing interventions. How does the nursing assessment and the nursing interventions relate to the pathophysiology? As you can see, we're very heavy on pathophysiology. You have to understand what is happening in the body first. That's the pathophysiology. What is happening in the body first before you can understand the other 3 categories: signs and symptoms, nursing assessment, and nursing interventions. So make sure that you understand the patho first. I just got a fantastic question that I'm talking to someone yesterday about via email. 2 kinds of books that I want you to have in nursing school. The first one, let me grab it.
Oh, okay.
This one. Here, hold that, please.
Hold this one. So here's the first one. I like to call it the thin book. So there's two books. There's the thin book.
There's another thin book.
So here you go.
Boom. Then there's the thick book.
The thick book. So when Christina says there's 2 kinds of books, she wants you to get a thin book and a thick book.
So thin books, thick book. So high level overview. I want you to have 2 kinds of textbooks in nursing school. High level overview books. So this is the Made Incredibly Easy series. This is the one I recommend in nursing school because they give you a really, really good high level overview of all the concepts. So pathophysiology is fluid electrolytes, those things. So this is going to give you a general idea of everything that you need to learn, which is very, very helpful when you don't know anything. When you're, you don't know anything about.
So this is where I would start.
ARDS,
maybe.
Do this. Start with a high level overview, and then you're also gonna hold that.
There you go. I can. So these ones is this one is pathophysiology.
Yeah. It's the Made Incredibly Easy series.
Yes.
And then this is the Merck Manual, and this is the one I recommend that you have. This is what I call a deep dive textbook. So high-level overview book for the Made Incredibly Easy series. That's going to give you a general idea of what everything is. Then we come to this bad boy right here, the Merck Manual, and it is huge. And this is going to talk more about those things, but on a cellular and a chemical and an enzymatic level. So it's going to go deeper into pathophysiology and things that you wouldn't get from the Made Incredibly Easy series. So it's very important that you have both, because sometimes in nursing school, yes, we just need to know a general overview of things, but oftentimes we also need to go a little deeper to understand the patho behind stuff and how that relates to everything else. So that is why I recommend those things, especially if you're writing like papers, research papers on, case studies or things like that. You're absolutely going to want to have both types of books. You just can't get around it. We really need to do like a whole YouTube video about this. I've been really wanting to do that. It's going to come. I'm going to do a whole YouTube video about this at some point in the future. But those are my 2 recommended resources, is the Made Incredibly Easy book series like that. And then the Merck Manual. Screenshot. Take a screenshot. Instagram, sorry.
Okay.
Screenshot.
Okay.
Share it with your friends. If your friends have been asking, hey, what textbook should we get in nursing school? These are it. Made Incredibly Easy series and the Merck Manual. Then, of course, you also need let's just do a textbook overview, shall we? You need a drug guide.
Drug guide?
Make sure you have the updated edition of the drug guide.
The turquoise, as we're doing this one.
Purple.
This is purple. This is the one
new one
before.
Is turquoise. That's what they said. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And then Nursing Diagnosis Handbook by Ackley and Ladwig. Screenshot this, please. Screenshot. Send it to a friend.
Give funny faces.
Send it to a friend. This will save your life with care plans. I'm telling you right now. I am telling you. We know the secrets. There you go. Yes, you need these things for every nursing school.
So Okay.
To my knowledge.
All right. Yeah, so that was covering just some textbooks, but again, back to
those are
how
recommended resources.
Recommended resources. But back to the questions on fundamentals and mental health and all these things. Again, the 4 topics to go through:
patho, signs and symptoms, nursing assessment, and nursing interventions. And those textbooks are going to help you with that.
Yeah.
So also what I want to mention is those textbooks might not be required for your school. Those are just textbooks that we recommend that are so helpful.
Okay. And Shakira, you said that you got our study system. So we have a study system that helps you as a guide how to study in nursing school. It's your
step-by-step guide to how to study in nursing school.
So that is ours. You got it and you went through it. It's just a lot together on only a week of school. So yeah.
A lot together on only a week of school. Well, you start where you're at. Where are you, Shakira? If you're in med surg, because you were talking about sensory, you are going to be on you're going to start on page 34 with how to study med surg. If you're in fundamentals and doing baseline stuff, basic stuff, baseline fundamentals, page 22 with nursing fundamentals. So it walks you through step by step through nursing school and how to study for each of the classes that you have.
Yep.
So helpful.
So definitely use the resources for exactly what part of nursing school you're in. You don't need to do everything or use everything, just whatever will help you depending on where you're at.
Absolutely.
And again, the thing that you want to move towards is this idea of critical thinking, this idea of concept-based, learning the concepts of pathophysiology, science and symptom nursing assessment, and nursing intervention. So no matter what system you're talking about, sensory or endocrine, GI, whatever you're talking about, they all fit into those 4 categories, and you can critically think about them through. So it might be a lot to kind of wrap your head around, especially at the beginning of nursing school, but that's to be expected. You're at the beginning.
It gets better, don't worry.
It gets better and it gets easier. And as long as you have that scope of critical thinking from the beginning, then it will
like a general idea of what it is.
It will set you up in the long run.
Speaking of critical thinking, we walk through critical thinking on page critical thinking starts on page, talk about concept maps. There it is. How to study and critically think in nursing school. So critical thinking starts on page 19. There's also some on page 17. Oh, critically think in nursing school. Page 17 through, I think it's 21, if I remember right. Yeah, through 21. So helpful. So page 17 through 21 of the nursing school study system, nursing-schoolofsuccess.com/study system.
Do you suggest the patho, fluid, and electrolyte books in conjunction with your videos in the membership community?
No, because we are very, very good at walking you through the patho, the signs and symptoms, nursing assessment, nursing interventions. If you are in our membership community, we basically do those 2 types of textbooks for you. Like we do a high level overview and then we do deep dive into things and what you need to know. So that's how that goes. So if you're in our nursing SOS membership community, we got you. Don't even worry.
Hannah, do you recommend any specific question or rationale books for the first semester of nursing school?
Question and rationale books. I recommend the Saunders Comprehensive Review Guide. I don't know if I have it. Anybody see it? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, here's my assessment of Made Incredibly Easy. I was in nursing school. So this one, I don't know if this is the most recent edition. I'm not sure. This is one I would recommend for practice questions and rationales if you wanted a book. The NCLEX Mastery app is another one that is cool. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
But this is the textbook.
Very cool. That's Indiana Jones for those that don't know.
Oh.
Did you not know that?
No.
Oh, yes. That's Indiana Jones.
I just apparently know the jingle. And I can do half of it apparently.
Some pre-nursing questions for you. I think it's pre-nursing. I categorize this as pre-nursing.
It
could be. It could be, it could not be. We'll see.
Yep.
But some people says,
I think you're right.
did you have to take the TEAS test? If you did, what resources do you use? And again, same thing. How do I get prepared for the TEAS test?
So no, I did not have to take the TEAS test, but I recommend Kate over at Pre-Nursing Smarter. So prenursingsmarter.com or Instagram at Pre-Nursing Smarter. So check her out because she helps with the TEAS test.
Yep. So anyone in pre-nursing or getting ready for TEAS test, that's the resource to go to.
There you go. Yep, that's what we got.
And
so I think really the biggest theme of the day, and especially this week, starting nursing school, getting ready for nursing school, trying to dive into all the things with nursing school, is to make sure that you are staying focused, being intentional, and staying productive with your time. So like we started this live talking about how do we do it all? And really the answer is that we don't, right? We have a goal and we have our steps for how to get there. Now those steps are gonna, some are gonna work, some are not gonna work. We're gonna try different things. You might study one way one week and then it totally didn't work. Then you try to study another week. But the point is that you just keep going and you don't give up. You will figure it out. You will, as long as you just don't quit, right? So you have this goal, pass nursing school, right? You have this goal, pass this semester, pass this term. Now, how are we going to get there, right? How are the ways that you are going to pass this term in nursing school? Just get your wheels turning, right? If that's your goal, here's my goal. I need to pass this term in nursing school. Now make a list. What are the things that you're going to do to get there? What books do you need? Do you need to join the Nursing SOS membership community? Do you have to come up with new ways to study? What things can you try that will help move you forward? Now, you might find a textbook that you have for nursing school that just doesn't work for you. Don't use things that don't work, right? But just try it. If it doesn't work, fine. Don't try it again. But just keep going and try new things and figure out what works for you. There you go. Stay focused on that goal.
Be intentional about your goals. Take everything that you need to do or you think you need to do and just do a quick recap on them and see what needs to take a back burner or what needs your time.
Yep.
Take all of those, throw it in a planner, get everything written down. So if it's written down, it's not in your head. So it's taking up less space in your head so you can focus on studying or focus on whatever you want to focus on. So take it, write it down, and then follow your plan. And then adjust as needed and be okay with that. You're not a failure if something does not work out. You're just moving forward and you just keep working at it and you will get through nursing school.
Absolutely. Go rock it, my friends. We will see you on Monday next week.
All right.
The Nursing SOS membership community opens on Sunday. So go to nursingschoolofsuccess.com/join to get on the wait list. And we'll see you inside.
All right.
So exciting. All right.
Take care, guys.
See you on Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.